Hi, everyone. I'm Mitch Juricich, and welcome to Hooked on the Niners. I think we are.
Yeah. Still. And I'm Terrell Jones, and we'll talk about that very, very disappointing loss yesterday.
Real disappointing, but I am still hooked on the Niners, and I am Jerry Walker. And we're going to talk about going to New Orleans.
Oh, boy, going into New Orleans. We'll talk about some tales in New Orleans. You made many a trip there. And since we don't have a guest this week, we have more time to talk about what happened yesterday. That's what you want, right? No? Okay, we'll have other stuff right here on Hooked on the Niners.
Hooked on the Niners is supported by the Kenyon Inn, 650-369-1646, and on the web at www.canyoninn.com. Bach Construction, 650-344-4844, or on the web at www.bachconstruction.com. Lawson's Wildlife Adventures, 650-504-3400. On the web at www.lawsonwildlifeadventures.com. Tisa's Pepper Jelly, 650-787-2357. And on the web at tisaspepperjelly.com.
Hi, I'm Katie Roletto, and I'm a local professional media producer. Thanks to Penn TV's volunteer program, I was able to expand upon my experience and gain some amazing training in the areas of television production right here in the Bay Area. The staff at Penn TV is very skilled and experienced in all aspects of technical production and really helped me learn and grow. If you're interested in finding out more about Penn TV's volunteer program, please visit them at www.penntv.tv and click on the volunteer tab. Thanks, Penn TV.
All right, welcome back to Hooked on the Niners. We got to get right to it. It was a tough loss yesterday. I know that's not news to you. That was really, really a bad one. I can honestly say I almost at no time after halftime thought we were going to win the game. I just had a bad feeling about that, Dub.
I disagree. I was right up until that last interception.
Really?
I was sitting there saying, oh, field goal wins it.
Right. Yeah, but I get that. But just the eye test, like we were talking earlier before we came on the air here, the way their lines were kind of pushing us around, well, their defensive line and our offensive line, which I still think is one of the better ones, but they got their ASS handed to them yesterday.
Well, and I agree, but I thought they were going to go back to the running game, in the second half because that was productive in the first half.
Yeah.
So that's why I kept thinking and talking to myself during this game, okay, this is not over with. We're going to win this game.
So why do they get away from the running game? I mean, Frank was 5.1 yards, and I noticed late in the game took himself out of the game a few times, a little winded. But why do we get away from it?
Well, I sound like a coach probably, but the flow of the game dictates what you're going to do.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a chance to actually get back into the running game. How about like that last series?
Yeah.
Cap is that close to breaking away. Right. On a big run, which a field goal wins the game, and we're like, hey, that was a close one, but we won it.
Yeah.
So it's all dictating in the flow of the game, and yeah, Frank played well. He's our biggest offensive weapon.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But
you think Kaepernick has regressed?
I think
that's a tough one, isn't it?
It is, because I think that what they've done is they continue to change the game plan with him.
Right.
Where one week they say, okay, we're going to have him run and then throw a little bit more. Next week we're just going to have him sit in the pocket.
Right.
And I think it's confusing them. Plus, I'll give Carolina a lot of credit. The way they disguise their blitzes and the way they disguise their defense, they're probably the most underrated defense right now in the NFL.
Yeah.
They're playing very,
well.
They're
Hardy and Johnson on the ends. I would bet, and this is no offense to our viewers because we probably didn't know them before a couple of games ago. Those guys are just unheralded. Oh, yeah. And when they drafted Star Lutulele to take care of the middle, that turned those guys free. And when you talk about Kuechly and Davis, they're two linebackers. You know how much we revere Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman. Those guys are as good. as good?
Almost as good. Almost as good.
All right, okay.
Rivera's a pretty good defensive mind, too.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, and the one thing that surprised me about the Niners, our coaching staff, they're usually really good at halftime at making adjustments.
Yeah.
I don't think they really did well as far as making the right adjustments.
Yeah.
Because we came out flat.
Came out flat actually to start the game. I mean, after 2 weeks off, you think you'd be fresh and ready to go.
Yeah. Right. That's another thing. That's a great point. Yeah. That after a couple of weeks, I thought defensively they were just pounding them.
Now last year after that bye, we didn't play so well either. I think last year was that tie with the Rams and Alex getting hurt.
Right.
Oh, right.
Came after that bye last year, so you don't know what's going to happen. But what you just said something, and I forgot what I was going to say now.
Okay, that's all right. That's all right. No, we're old. Right. Yeah, we're allowed that.
But we have to go back to what we've been talking about all year too. Is the receiving core?
Yeah, well, that's
what you said. That's what I remember now.
But, do you? Okay. Today's Monday. Okay. All right.
Oh, Veterans Day.
Veterans Day, and happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. You're on the top of our list. But you kind of get tired of using the excuse for Kaepernick that he doesn't have any deep threat. He doesn't have anybody to take the top off the defense, as they like to say, and that's true. But I saw him get caught by linemen yesterday. I saw him hesitate. I saw him one play, he looked, and the guy wasn't open, and he didn't look over the rest of the field very well. And the main thing that I saw is one time he got tackled out of bounds, short of the first down, and he was coming back to go off the field, and the eyes were that big. There's things about him, Dub, that I just think he's not ready for prime time to be a primetime player.
Everything you just said could be said about any other quarterback in the league, including your guy, Tom Brady, and our guy, Joe Montana. There were times when Joe didn't see open receivers. There were times when Joe didn't get the pass off.
I would say that never happened.
Yeah, see, that's that 49er memory.
If you're looking. But
I don't think Cap's having any kind of step back, relapse, or anything, sophomore jinx, any of that stuff. I think the teams that have played well against us are awfully good teams, and they're all going to be in the playoffs.
And you're right, but you have to look at it too that sometimes he doesn't go through the progression like the other season quarterbacks do, and we still have to remember, this is actually his first full year.
Yeah.
And now they're comparing him to Cam Newton. Well, Cam, same class.
Yeah.
But Cam got the start right away.
Right.
And he's been progressing, where Cap is not there yet.
Okay.
I agree.
Did we just? I mean, and led by me, guilty. We all just jump on that bandwagon after last year. He was doing it by the seat of his pants, and I think Ron Jaworski even said he was the best quarterback in the history of the game, or some silly thing like that.
You actually can't lead me anywhere. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, that's all right. That's all right. But I kind of drank that Kool-Aid.
I think his potential has not been reached.
Yeah,
and
I
agree. I think as
Christ, I hope it hasn't been.
As Terrell just said, he's still a rookie basically. I mean, he's just starting his second year.
Yeah.
And he is learning. But there's always going to be ups and downs, ebbs and flows. And a couple weeks ago, we were saying, well, man, is he running well? Boy, he's got to be healthy now. That foot problem was probably a problem earlier.
Yeah.
Now he's coming back. I think you got to back him and support him and give him a break.
And you're right. And you have to look at a couple other things, too. Okay, you got Vernon.
Yeah.
You got Anquan, and you got Kyle Williams.
Yeah.
Okay, well, now you got Manningham back. He didn't really get to work with Manningham through training camp.
Right.
Bring Baldwin in, the same thing.
Yeah.
So, there is a chemistry, there's a timing that you have to work with, too.
Well, let's start stirring up the beaker and then get these guys on the same page. No, I understand what you said.
You said beaker?
Beaker, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Beaker.
No. That's not. Oh, I forgot to tell you that we do have a secret word that if one of the guys say it, they would get this envelope full of money.
He knows the secret word every week, and he's never said it yet.
Exactly. Bellhaven.
No, it's not. Oh, here we go. Why did I even? I think we're going to stop this.
So here's the bad news. Let me stop this by telling you the bad news.
Yeah.
Now they got to go into New Orleans.
Yes.
Oh, stop.
With that offensive plan and the receivers in question.
Can we
maybe
put that off until segment 3?
Okay, let's talk about that later.
Let me just throw this at you. Sometimes I think that offensively we're overthinking it. I'm so tired of coming to the line of scrimmage, white 90, kill, let it roll, whatever he hollers. It's every time. And we still have problems getting plays in and getting them off in time. And we're calling timeouts.
It's, again, he's learning, because so
get him a tutor.
Well, look at it this way. when last year they didn't know how to play him.
Yeah.
You know, he was new. Well, now everybody has the film on him. And now they're disguising things. And now he's seeing things that he's never seen before.
Well, then we have to look and see what they're doing that they learned and offset that. Does that make sense?
I would rather rather for
okay.
him to take a timeout
Yeah.
than get a delayed penalty or call the wrong play.
I was watching last night when New Orleans just absolutely destroyed Dallas. Wasn't that fun to watch?
Oh, yeah.
And I just watched Breeze come up to the line. Ready, set, 50's the mic, hut, hut, and away they go.
How many years experience?
Okay,
Exactly. And
all right.
look how much he's working
Boy,
with his
they're
guys.
cramming this down my throat, this experience stuff. I want results, and I want them now.
Usually we don't have
Is
to
that-
cram anything down his throat, do we? We're just like, there you go.
Just hand him a beaker.
Exactly.
Yeah, just hand them a beaker. All right, when we come back, we'll talk about the museum and find out the latest things that Jerry has stolen from somebody to put in there when we come back on Hooked on the Niners. I want them good now. I want them back to the way you
Normandy.
Let-
Hooked on the Niners is supported by California Catering, San Mateo, 650-345-4881. On the web at CaliforniaCateringSanMateo.com. California Catering, South San Francisco, 650-589-0729. On the web at www.california-catering-company.com. California Catering, Emerald Hills, 650-369-4200. On the web at www.cacateringcompany.com. Bay 101 Casino, 408-451-8888. On the web at bay101.com. Check out the Peninsula TV studio with over 2,000 square feet of space in the auditorium of the Samtrans building in San Carlos. One studio, many looks. From a simple talk show to an onstage production, from musical performances to business webcasts, PowerPoint presentations, Skype interviews. With our state-of-the-art control room, we're one mouse click away from going live from our studio to the internet or to Peninsula TV. For more information, call 650-637-1936 or use the Contact Us form at pentv.tv.
Welcome back to Hooked on the Niners. Just want to give another plug again this week. My company was involved with the Gene Upshaw Memorial Golf Tournament, and as an adjunct to that tournament, they have an opportunity for you to win a trip to the Super Bowl. Super Bowl, what's this number? What would that be? 48? Okay,
Yes, there you go.
48.
There you
Oh,
go.
they finally got one that's my waistline. It's on February 2nd, 2014 at MetLife Stadium in New York. The tickets are $100 each, and they're only selling 300 tickets. And if the 49ers are in it, I mean, there's a chance.
Yeah,
I mean,
there is a chance.
two entire teams have to pass away, but that, it's something. The trip includes coach airfare for 2, hotel accommodations for 4 nights, 2 Super Bowl tickets, and 2 tickets to the NFL Experience and the Madden Bowl. The drawing will be held on December 2nd. If you would like information, you can go to www.gu63.org. Gene Upshaw 63 is number.org. Or you can call, get a pencil, 530-582-6277. 530-582-6277. All right.
Do you have to bring your own parka for that?
Yeah, right. You got to bring your own
You got to get Long
parka.
Johns with a Super Bowl logo on it.
Yeah.
Right,
There you go.
exactly.
But
That's a good
it has to be NFL approved, though.
That's right.
Exactly. Okay, this is usually where we have some show and tell concerning the 49ers Museum that's going to be at the new stadium. Unfortunately, Jerry spent the night last night with his lovely bride, Jackie, up in San Francisco having a good time and couldn't bring one. But we have some stories.
I get stories or pictures are worth 1,000 words. Right?
Whatever
If
is.
they could draw a picture with their stories. That's the whole segment too, right there. Was that commercial about that little story about the Super Bowl?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, stories.
Yeah.
So we had alumni weekend recently.
Yeah.
And it was great. A lot of guys came back, a lot of familiar faces. And Jim Stuckey was there.
Yeah.
Now everybody knows about
The catch. Right.
And then who should get credit after the catch?
Well, Eric Wright for the
Ray
tackle.
Wersching.
Ray Wersching for
Ray
the.
Wersching puts us ahead.
Right.
And then Eric Wright for the tackle.
For the tackle.
And then
then Lawrence Pillars slams into I can't remember his name now for Dallas. Right into Danny White, who fumbles the ball, recovered by
Jim Stuckey.
So
Jim Stuckey pulls me aside at the alumni and he says, tells me a story about the ball. He used to have the ball and it went missing, but would you guys like my jersey from that game? I said,
Oh.
would I like a jersey from the yes? So Stucky's, and I don't have it to show because he hasn't sent it to us yet, but Stucky is
Does he
sending
watch
us-
this show?
Oh, yeah.
Jim, get the jersey in. Wait, did I just threaten a guy that's like 6'4",
Yeah,
200? Yep.
exactly.
Take your time.
And he looks like a friggin' movie star, too.
Does he
nowadays.
really?
Yeah, he's selling real estate in down like Myrtle Beach area.
Oh, okay.
And big developer, and like all his places are over $1 million. So
Ooh.
he can afford the postage on sending that jersey.
Of course he could. He could hand deliver it.
So we got Stucky's jersey coming, and we've got Tommy Hart's going to give us some things.
Tommy Hart,
And who we got to pin him down. We got to get him on the show.
we got to.
And,
He's really shy.
Yeah.
He's a shy guy. He played with such ferocity as a player, a defensive end, a sack artist, 6 sacks one game against the Rams down in Southern California, and yet he's just barely a hi, how are you? It's amazing, amazing.
It's, you know, it's amazing the stuff that he remembers. But when I ask him what his phone number is, he has to look inside his shirt.
He has to put his glasses on.
He looks inside his shirt, you know.
Sure, I'll give it to you. It's right.
Call me sometime for dinner.
Yeah.
Ricky Churchman.
Oh,
You remember
Ricky
that name?
Churchman, sure.
He's
Defensive
got-
back, Texas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See?
And,
Yeah.
and used to hit like Ronnie Lott.
He did.
And
didn't
Rick-
deliver as big a package. Ronnie was a lot bigger than Ricky Churchman.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or a different number, too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And
yeah.
played a different position, actually. No?
Strong and weak.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I'm not telling anybody you called him weak.
Yeah.
So Ricky's got his playbook from Super Bowl 16.
Oh, nice. From Super Bowl 16.
Yeah.
Well, and he's going to give that to you.
He's going to, well, they say they're going to give, and then
Yeah.
then it becomes maybe a loan or
Yeah,
you want
yeah,
to
yeah,
borrow
yeah,
it.
yeah.
But we do have
Make copies.
exactly.
Yeah, right, there you go. Photo him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just so they don't show up on eBay.
Yeah.
And also Alumni
Never do
Weekend,
that.
Michael Carter brought in and is lending it to us for a year. His bronze medal from the Olympics.
From the Olympics.
And we're going to put his Super Bowl ring next to it. Only NFL player ever to have a Super Bowl ring and an Olympic medal in the same year.
Now, was he discus or shot put?
Shot put.
He was shot put.
You ought to put a shot put next to that.
That'd be.
He's the. We actually are going to have a shot put, and it's already been given to us by Jeff Stover.
Oh, okay.
Who was a track and field
Track and
star
field guy.
in college, didn't
Yeah.
play football. We got Jeff's jersey and a shot put,
Yeah.
and 16 pounds.
Yeah.
And
I was letting him.
it was 16 pounds.
Yeah,
and
right.
and he gave it to me one night at a party, and I was worried. I put it in the back of my car. I was worried, man, what if I have to stop quickly?
Yeah. Boom. Yeah.
So Michael Carter. Oh, I know where I was going with Michael Carter. This will be a little tip-off, easy to answer. You can even answer this one, Terrell.
Well, thank you.
Must be really easy.
The boys' high school national shot put record holder in the United States is.
Michael Carter?
Can you tell me who the girls?
His wife.
Oh, close. His daughter.
Really?
He holds the boys' record, and his daughter holds the girls' record for the national shot put record in high school.
Nice. Now, Michael Carter was the guy throwing the shot put. You know how they do this with that lunge and stuff? He looked like a guy to me that could just throw it. You know what I mean? He had those hands that were like catcher's mitts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Randy Cross told me one time, if he got him on you, if you were the center,
There's no letting
you
go.
were done.
Yeah.
He would just find the ball carrier and fall on him. You must have a million stories from people that you visited, and I hope you can share those with us.
Some of them are true.
Some of the stories are true. Yeah.
But only a few of those can be used on air.
Right.
This
right.
is right here. This is a book that will never be written, and it should be though.
Now, did you tell your wife Jackie, who's sitting over there, about that 24-year-old blonde lady that had a bunch of stuff for you to donate to the? I'm getting over there. No, I'm teasing. I'm teasing.
33 and long dark hair.
Okay. All right. We've only got about a minute left. We'll continue this as we go into the next segment. We'll go around the league a little bit, look at some of the teams. I thought yesterday was the day of turnovers. You guys have the red zone. I'm sure it was just
Great
turnover,
sense of ice cream.
turnover. It's just
Ice cream.
No, it's not. Oh man, it's not ice cream. But probably
Tapioca.
nothing as satisfying as watching New Orleans beat Dallas. Because as you always say, we root for the 49ers and whoever's playing Dallas.
We do, but we just don't want New Orleans to get too much momentum
Right.
going into next week.
I'm not worried about next week. We'll hammer them. We will. All right, when we come back, we're going to go around the league. We'll talk a little bit about New Orleans, and we'll show you a little clip that we put together from the Canyon Inn where we went up with Dan Brown for a book signing for him. So we'll have all that when we come back right here on Hooked on the Niners. That was a lot of fun up there.
It was.
I enjoyed that. His burgers are just out of this world.
Oh,
They are.
so good.
Oh, moist.
Hooked on the Niners is supported by Parkside Grill, 650-529-9007. On the web at www.parksidegrill.net. Handlery Hotel, 1-800-995-HUSH. The website is www.handlery.com. Poplar Creek Golf Course, 650-522-4653. And on the web at www.poplarcreekgolf.com. Eddie Perez and Company, 650-363-5904. On the web at www.eperezpainting.com. Armstrong Carpet and Linoleum Company, 415-751-2827. On the web at www.armstrongcarpet.com.
Red light.
Welcome back. No, it's not red light. Welcome back to Hooked on the Niners. I mentioned that the three of us were just recently, along with Dan Brown and some 49er alumni, up at the Canyon Inn in Redwood City that used to be the home of the 49ers after victories at home in 1981. Great burgers. Tim Harrison, a fabulous guy. And so we'll take a look at this little video here. It was a good time. Probably about, 30, 40 people there, something like that?
Maybe,
Yeah.
during the course of the evening, maybe more.
Yeah, and we just had a bunch of books that the guys signed, and it was nice to have Roger Craig there.
Yes.
You know, signing all the books, and he had another commitment that he had to get to for his main job now, but he stayed for quite a long time, which I thought was pretty good, Dub.
You ran him out of there, actually. But
I ran him out of there. Why? By making fun of him?
some of your questions and some of your.
What did I say?
He didn't get your humor.
He didn't?
No.
Okay. Is he
No,
mad at me?
I'm teasing. I'm
Okay.
teasing,
All
I'm
right.
teasing.
He won't. And then I can't remember that we had him on the show.
Oh, that's what he said. Dub, I'm leaving now.
I couldn't remember. We did have Roger here one time, but
That's funny.
no,
He
it was.
doesn't remember you being on the show.
It was a good time. Dwayne Board was there, and of course you
great
saw.
show.
You saw in the clip there, my twin brother Ray Wershing was sitting next to me. We'll get Ray on, and you'll see the resemblance there. But that was a good time out there, and a very good book. Okay, and a perfect stocking stuffer because Christmas is right around the corner.
Fantastic.
Do I have enough time to get you guys a list of things I need, or?
For Christmas?
Yeah.
I've got your list.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I bet you do.
Risotto.
All right.
That's all we need.
I tried to get you in trouble in the last segment. Maybe I can do it in this segment. You've made many trips to New Orleans.
Oh, come on. Don't. Time out.
Wait a minute.
No. I'm just.
And then he used to work in Louisiana?
Yeah, you're right.
There
exactly.
we go,
Exactly.
yeah.
Time
Fun
out.
place to go. If there was a fan out there that wanted to make a trip to watch a Niner game, this is the one.
Great city to
Yeah.
watch football.
Or New York or Chicago, but this is really good.
You can't hear in that stadium, though.
No, you can't.
Well, the very first time I was in there for a Niner football game, I'd been there for LSU games and stuff like that, but
Right.
first Niner game, I'm the assistant PR director, and George Hiddleston's the PR director. We're in the open press box. They kick off to us. Amos
Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Yeah. Famous Amos.
Famous Amos bobbles the kick.
Yeah.
I turned to George to say something, and I screamed at the top of my lungs, and he's like,
Couldn't hear you.
could not hear the
Yeah.
person next to you.
Yeah.
So that's the Niners have that
Right.
going against them
Yeah.
coming in this weekend, and the Saints are playing good
lights
football.
out.
Good
I was
football.
surprised the first time
Lights
I went
out.
in.
Get that one?
Lights
Lights
out.
out.
Yeah,
Last
lights
time we
out.
were in that stadium,
And that
lights
lights
out.
went out. Yeah.
You guys are coming together. I
It's
like
like
this.
a
I like
Seinfeld
this.
episode. It all comes together at the end.
Way to go, George.
I always well, he didn't call me Kramer.
Well, I'd be Jerry, right?
Yeah, you'd be Jerry, right? Exactly. I always noticed the stupid stuff that nobody. The one time I was there, it's carpeted.
Oh, yeah.
It was carpeted.
The
How do you-
hallways, you mean?
Everything was carpeted.
The turf
Yeah.
playing field?
Yeah.
You'll like this. When we were there.
We'll be the judge of that.
Yo,
This
no,
better be good.
you'll love this. When we were there, Mooch was giving his pregame speech.
Yeah.
And there was a guy up in the roof working on the cable. He comes falling through. Legs are dangling like this.
He
You're-
fell?
Well, he was
Yeah.
on safety aware, right?
oh.
Yeah. But his
okay.
legs are dangling through the roof.
I was going to say, I don't like this story.
In the locker room, his legs are dangling, and Mooch was like, "Oh my God!"
And you know the Saints did that on purpose, too.
Yeah, right.
Trying to figure out the place.
That was before
They're
Spygate.
Yeah, they're spy.
Exactly.
It's a different type of spy. All right, we've stalled long enough. How are they going to do down there?
I had a story too.
Oh, go ahead. Go. No, go.
So the first time we play there, we know how noisy it's going to be. So
Yeah.
Bill Walsh, Coach Walsh, asked me to get some music playing on the overhead sound system and crank it up loud.
Oh, here.
We played music all week long, but when we did our Saturday walkthrough,
Oh, I
before
got
the
you.
Sunday game, So I talked to the director of the Superdome, as Bill Curl at that time, and I asked him what we want. No problem. You talk to, I think it might be Jerry Romig, but I'll think of his name later because I just thought of the story just now. But so I call him, and he's sure he'll be over at 1:45 before the walkthrough to set up the sound system. Never shows up. So I spent the whole first half of practice running around the building, knocking on offices and calling people, trying to get the sound system working. Finally, I find that the sound room is open, and I go in there and I just put my own music in. Oh, jeez! I put my own music on and just crank it up.
What was it? The ink spots?
Oh, you did it?
The ink spots, yeah. So
yeah, the ink spots. Jeez. Raise your hand if anybody out there knows. No, never mind. No, it's not ink spots. So you had to do that
so
yourself.
I did it, and I was under a lot of pressure.
Okay.
Because if that sound hadn't gone.
Were you up there singing too? A little karaoke on? Under the
All right.
boardwalk.
Yeah. Can they win?
By the sea. Can they win? Yes, they can.
They can.
Yes. Okay. Will they win?
They've got to play a good game. They've got to get as healthy as they can prior to the game and stay healthy during the game. And yes, I say they win it.
Now, what I saw last night, I mean, they hammered Dallas, no question. But Dallas ran on them like we could get a team here from Penn TV to run through them.
Right, but then you looked at it.
Not him. He'd probably fumble.
But then they shut down the run.
Yeah.
And they held them to 193 yards.
Yeah.
Total yards.
Yeah.
And they threw and then they threw up 625 yards on them.
Yeah.
So
okay.
it's going to be tough. And let's see if Vernon comes back.
Let's see if Vernon comes back. Yeah, I think they can win it too. I think actually we might go down there and do pretty well. I think it'll be like a 24-17 game, something like that. All right, it's just enough time to say we'd love to hear from you. Go to or send us an email. LoveTheNiners@AOL.com. LoveTheNiners@AOL.com. Today's secret word was burp.
Oh, good.
Burp. Every guy in the NFL has burped at some point or been burped, right? So burp was, nobody gets the money, and we'll have another secret word. Maybe we won't have the secret. Who wants us to do the secret word next week? Oh, okay, you guys are just money hungry. All right.
More Monopoly money. I like
That's it for this week. Good luck to the Niners. We'll see you next week right here on Hooked on the Niners. All right, this is growing. Do you know how much is in here now?
$1.50.
No.